Hello and welcome to the Xbox Tavern podcast, episode 3. We're back once again, hopefully, with a flawless episode this week. Joining me once again is Daniel.
Hello.
Graham.
Hello.
And Ian.
Hello.
Hello, gentlemen. How are we? Daniel, I meant to say when we were chatting beforehand, but I appreciate your T-shirt. That's a good shirt.
Kind of fun.
Cost me a whole £3 for the postage and packaging.
Oh,
Big shout out. Yeah, big shout out to MC Fixer who sent it to me. He put a tweet out saying, anyone want some merch? I was like, I do.
It's too cold. You have to have hoodies on.
So, well, no, he ran out of hoodies. It's like, have you got any fat hoodies? And he was like, no. I was like, damn it.
I'll recognise that now. I've heard that name a few times on their shows.
Yeah,
he's a regular contributor, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I think he does quite a fair bit of content for them and video editing and etc. etc. But yeah,
good
old
happy. Fixer.
Yeah,
kind of funny BFs for life. Graham, how are you?
Yeah, all good, all good.
You look ecstatic to be here again.
Yeah.
I'm good. You look like you've had a long day, long week. Is everything all right? Family all right?
Yeah, no, all good. Brief incident with Emily, as you said, as mentioned before. But other than that, yeah.
Is she doing all right today?
Yeah, no, she was fine. She was literally fine about 10 minutes after it happened.
Good. And Ian, you all right? Good. Okay, let's carry on. So we're just working through the. Are you all right, Ian? Yeah, good.
Yeah, crack on.
You're allowed to talk. That's all right.
Oh, okay, fine.
We're working through the learning curve. Obviously, last couple of episodes we had a bit of a few technical hiccups, but we're getting there. We're learning. So please be patient. We've got the podcast up on all the kind of podcast feeds you wanna use, so iTunes and Spotify and wherever else you get your podcasts. So just search for Xbox Tavern on there, and you'll find them. And you'll find the older episodes as well that we did mid last year with some of the other members of the team. So yeah, and then we'll keep the feed going and keep the new ones coming along nicely as well. Also, we'll put the video up on YouTube, and eventually we'll get back to streaming on Twitch as well, so you can come join us live when we're there. But for now, audio and YouTube video on demand only. So let's get straight into the topic at hand. As you can see up above me here, my Series X has arrived. I see your boxes in the background there, Daniel.
Yeah,
and I know yours, Graham, and yours, Ian, turned up before mine. You lucky sods.
Can I say we're special?
So obviously it's all turned up. Happy days. We're all happy. We're all set up. We've all got some excellent games downloaded. So I thought we'd just start off by giving our sort of early. We've had it 3 days now. Give our early impressions of what we've been playing, how we feel about the machine, the controller, etc., etc. So Daniel, do you want to kick us off? Have you got any sort of early impressions of the machine itself?
So far, yeah, I'm quite impressed. So I've only played one game. I was quite excited about the quick resume feature, and I have been using it. So I've bounced around a couple of apps, and then jumped straight back into my game, and it's, as it says on the tin, it's thrown me straight back into the exact point I was. So dead happy about that. Obviously, I should be trying it running a few more games, but we'll see how that goes later on.
Have you had any issues with where it's not been loading any games?
No, not yet. So far, I've heard loads of rumours that it hasn't. The quick resume feature is slightly temperamental, shall we say? I'm sure you guys have got more to say on that. But yes, so far I'm happy. Yeah, I can't wait to really kind of blow some vape smoke in it.
I can't believe people were doing that.
Please don't blow vape smoke into your Xboxes. Whoever's listening, wherever you are. At least a ping pong ball was could be funny, but why would you blow smoke into?
Well, the worst one was that video that he said you could see in the bottom right hand corner, like blowing the smoke into the machine as it came up.
Yeah.
And so everyone was like, "Oh my god, the smoke's coming out." I was like, "But can't you see him blowing it from that point there?"
Someone's always chopped up and gone, "Oh look, an Xbox smoking." It's like, no. If you go back like 5 seconds, you can see him doing it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah, people are daft. I can't believe Xbox actually tweeted it out, but then it's probably got people talking about it. So hey ho.
Yeah, there's no such thing as bad publicity, as they
Exactly,
say.
free marketing.
Yeah. Yeah, most consoles sold, hasn't it? Or,
in the Xbox, in terms of Xbox,
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
they've had their biggest launch ever for the last 3 or 4 days. So yes, it's going pretty well. Did anybody pick up an S? I know you two didn't. Did you pick up an S as well, or just a Series X fan?
No. Boss picked up an S, but no, everyone else.
Yeah, I saw Ross did. Yeah. I'm intrigued to see how that compares in person. But yes, what have you been playing then, Dan? You've been playing some Apex and stuff, or?
I played a little bit of Apex, but I know last week I said Apex was the first game I wanted to load up. I completely spaced out. Well, no, it was Assassin's Creed. That was the actual game I wanted to play on it. Been playing a lot of, been watching a lot of Vikings, so that I was like really geared up and ready to go. Yeah, and that looks really good. Colors look beautiful.
Yeah.
There are some Ubisoft-esque bugs in there. Well, yeah. So I don't feel that potentially I've got the true next gen experience, but then maybe am I trying to be too? What's the word? Am I expecting too much? Well, critical, maybe too expecting far too much. Like a flawless game. Whatever game's going to come out, there's always going to be a bug or some sort of niggle in the gameplay or the mechanics. So yeah.
Especially early on as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is the first time they've been let loose on the console, isn't it? So maybe we'll see in a year, 2 years' time what they're actually pumping out.
Yeah, hopefully, when they get round to whatever the next Assassin's Creed is, Assassin's Creed Spaceman or whatever, and they've mastered it and got rid of some of.
Yeah, what's next
issues.
after Vikings? Then Egyptians.
Well, there's all the rumors about the not rumors, but all the want for, was it feudal Japan, isn't it? That people want Assassin's Creed
samurais and stuff.
Yeah. I think that was when was it Ghost of Tsushima came out. I think there was talk about them wanting kind of a Japanese-esque.
Yeah, that would actually work quite well.
Yeah. Well, it works quite well. I don't know if you guys have played it. Like the opening, you kind of think and go, well, how does this actually work? And they tie the story in quite well. So yeah,
the story of Assassin's Creed got a bit weird anyway.
Oh god!
What's
like Odyssey? I swear that's never ending. I swear I've done about 50 hours. I was like, is this storyline ever going to end? I just feel like a long slog. Like it was good fun. Thank God, I enjoyed it. But like, I was like, okay, another mission. It's like, is this actually going to end anytime soon? And you think it's going to end. It's like, oh no, go do this. Like, oh, I'll go again.
I've been told.
Get on the boat.
You have to wait for a boat, and then after you do the boat, then it's done and dusted, I believe.
I must admit, I bloody hate boats, which he loves more than me though. But it's on the boat mechanics and stuff. It's just a nightmare. That's why I avoided Black Flags, because it's like, no, too much open water, not enough killing.
I mean, the last Assassin's Creed I played was Unity. I think I played it with you, Gray, didn't I? We played through most of that.
Yeah.
When it just come out, when it was all buggy as anything, and their faces were falling off, and
it was a bit
everything. Yeah, that's the last one I played in full. I thought it was. I remember having fun with it, but
Syndicate was
kind
really
of fell off the series after that. Yeah, I think I played an hour or two of that, and I gave up.
I guess that's because London close to home.
Yeah, true. Yeah, oldie timey London, back when I were a kid. Speaking of Ubisoft, then Ian, do you want to regale us with what you've been playing on there? Have you had a chance to test out Watch Dogs yet?
I have tested out Watch Dogs, and yeah, you do notice a lot more. Feels more crisper and a bit more shiny on the Series X. Like you can see like water droplets. It's quite cool actually. Yeah, I compared to both. Like I put on this One X and then I went and put on the Series, and you do notice a slight difference with how much crisper and beautiful it looks.
And I assume it loads damn slightly quicker as well.
Yeah. At the beginning, it doesn't. I feel like it still loads, but then when you like play a mission and you like fast travel, it's a lot more quick and a lot more seamless.
Yeah.
But the first initial load is a little bit still the same. I find maybe not as long, but it's still like a little bit of a long load. And then it's like after that, it's like your quick fast travel, and it's like 5 seconds rather than 10, 15 seconds.
Fair enough. And what about your impressions of the machine? Are you happy with how it's sort of set up easy enough, and does it fit into your home all right, and sound all right, and look all right, and does it smell all right and everything?
Smells beautiful. Yeah. So I've sent the PlayStation upstairs and
Into the bin, I hope. Is that?
and then so my One X and my I don't know why I've got both consoles downstairs. Don't ask me why, but I have both downstairs. And it's really enjoying it. Had a bit of go on Forza Horizon 4, and that I noticed a big difference compared to the One X and even the normal Xbox One version. And that's just visually so beautiful. Like they've done a massive great job on that. God knows how they've done it. But compared to the previous version, you're thinking, like, is this actually a new game? That's how better it looks.
Wow.
It is one of the better ones. I did try it after you said about it, and the difference between what I remember playing on the old school VCR Xbox One and the Series X was quite.
It's night and day. It's so
jump.
weird. Like this actually is the same game. Like how have they not done this before? Like, but I guess graphics and stuff. But
exactly, that's the power of the new machines.
And playing Graham's favourite, Call of Duty.
Speaking of Graham's favourite, what about you, Graham? How has your experience been? Because you were like me, you were stuck with an old school Xbox original launch machine. How have you found the jump?
I found it quite good. It was nice to see the quick load speeds have been a godsend, and the quick resume has been a decent feature. Because I haven't got a new TV yet, I haven't had a chance to sort of marvel in all the sort of high quality graphic games yet. I mean, although I've played Bright Memory as well, and it looks quite decent enough on the telly as it is. And I've played FIFA on it as well, and it loaded like a flash. And just a few other games, the OG Yakuza loads up much quicker on it as well, which is one game I'm trying to get through.
Yeah.
But it was just a lot of rejigging. You've got, because as I mentioned, I had a 6 gig sort of external hard drive, as well as a separate 1 terabyte one. So I had to juggle all the games around about which ones I wanted on the internal to make the most of the sort of the speed.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Did you transfer your stuff from the hard drive to the internal? Did you re-download some stuff as well?
No, I transferred the majority just because it's so much quicker than sort of downloading it. So that's I told you guys before when I was doing it, the sort of a 60 gig download moved into 15 minutes. So much quicker than downloading it.
Wow.
Bad going, is it?
And then it just sped up as well. Yeah. So that's how I'm going to be doing anyway, just using them as backup storage and just keep shuffling around depending on what I'm playing.
Yeah, that's definitely the easiest way to go in it, especially if you've got a lot of games you want to move back and forth. I mean, I moved GTA across yesterday so I could play last night, and that took 10 minutes maybe, which was a hell of a surprise when I thought I'd be quicker to just download it, but I downloaded something of similar size. I can't remember what it was, and it took like an hour. So it definitely makes sense to have it on the backup storage and then just transfer it across as and when you need it.
You guys downloading it through the Ethernet port, or are you doing it Wi-Fi? When you,
I'm on Wi-Fi.
I'm on Wi-Fi.
Mine's up there. I haven't got around to figuring out where to feed the cables and stuff.
I find recently, especially with the One X and the last one, Wi-Fi's been absolutely fine. The older Xbox One I had to plug in, but
well, they say that if you hardwire it, supposedly that download time cuts down. I don't know how much by, but they reckon the Series X does push.
Yeah, I've heard that, but anything really, if you plug it in, it's quicker than Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It would be.
Yeah.
Well, direct connection, but
Yeah, I did used to have a cable run into the old Xbox One, which is just down here. But it was a bit too unwieldy to get across the house, and to be honest, that machine didn't really see much of a difference anyway because it's so old and past its time. But I might try and hardwire something into this one at some point. But for now, I mean, I've got 200 down connection. It's been hitting about 180 easily over Wi-Fi, so I'm not really losing too much. Going wireless. So, happy days. As for
what
me,
about you, Jay? What have you been playing?
I've got it up there. Setup was a breeze, even though I had to wait for hours longer than you lot.
What time did yours turn up? Because I kind of just mine turned up and I was like, "Well, bye, Jay."
Yeah, I know you kind of all just shut up after. As soon as you said it had turned up, you're like, "All right, no responses after that. About 1 o'clock, I think it was.
That's not too
Um,
bad.
It wasn't too bad. No, I just decided to sit down and have some commiseratory lunch because I was, it's not here yet. But yeah, just turned up and yeah, easy enough to set up. Use the Xbox app. Did you guys use the Xbox app to set up, or did you just go through the machine?
Use the app.
Yeah.
Yeah,
App
or
was
a
really
bit of
good.
both.
That was definitely the easiest way, I think, when there's sorting all the settings out and then chucking leaving the machine to update and do all its gubbins. And then I've been playing. I had a quick go on Tetris Effect, obviously. I've been playing Bright Memory Infinite, which I reviewed, and I've been playing various other bits and pieces. Obviously, Rocket League was one of the first ones I jumped on, and oh man, for such a simple game,
Does it actually look different?
it looks so much better. Looks so good. And again, the loading time is just like it used to take a little while. You get a good chunk of the song playing to the menu before you can get into the game.
Hmm.
This time it's just in before the first verses even started. We're already in the menu. Yeah, brilliant game, and even better on the Series X. I really like the controller. I'm surprised how much I like the controller. I don't know if you guys are using it or if you're sticking with your elites or whatever, but
I've
I've
stuck
gone
with my
back.
elite.
Yeah, I stuck with mine. At first, I was like, not too sure, a bit grippy.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm liking it now. I think at first I was knocking the share button quite frequently, so I had like loads of screenshots of every game I'm playing. But then now it's gone. Now it's stopped.
I have to say-
yeah. Go on, Dan.
Go on. I was just going to say, I prefer the back of this than on the Elite. The back feels a lot nicer than the Elite 2.
Hmm.
So is the Elite, because I've only got the original Elite, has the Elite 2 got a similar sort of textured back, or is it
No, the
as
back's
smooth as
different. It's I prefer the Elite 1 backing.
Okay.
I know people had issues with it.
Oh god, yeah, mine
kept
peeled.
falling off,
Yeah.
but mine never did. This just feels, I don't know, doesn't feel right, in my opinion.
This has got that sort of rubbery grip
Yeah.
to it.
See, I
Yeah, mine
prefer.
fell off.
Not
Yours fell.
Yeah, mine fell off, so I was like, great.
Yeah, I know. a
because
load
you
of people
grip it
had-
too hard on your Apex.
Sweaty hands.
What are you saying, Daniel? Sorry.
I don't know. I was just going to say, yeah, loads of people had that issue that told me, and it's sort of, I don't know. I never did, but the new controller, for the small time it's been in my hand, does feel nice.
The batteries ran out really quick than my new controller.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had to change batteries already. I was like, bloody hell.
Did you put the ones in that came with it?
Yeah.
Or did you? Yeah, because I've again same for me, and I've put the same ones in. Oh, it's off now. But yeah, I've still got a good chunk of battery life
Yeah,
left.
mine died. I was like, great, cheers.
Oh, you obviously got some
You got
tough
dud
batteries.
batteries.
Oh, I died
Switch
batteries.
mine
Oh,
up.
I played too much. I was like, have I played that much? Really? He's like, no. So yeah, back to the
Switch
good
mine
old
out for a battery
rechargeables.
back already. Yeah, I
I
did
need
that
to get a
straight away.
battery pack. That's one, wasn't it? Next thing. Next
Oh, yeah,
purchase.
battery pack,
Yeah.
definitely.
The best thing about obviously I really like the grips, and I like the new share button and the clicky D-pad. It's much, I don't know, it feels much more responsive, the D-pad this time out, as opposed to the old one, which was just the
Yeah.
cross. But the best thing, fits my chat pad.
Yeah.
Perfect. I knew it was going to be roughly the same, but I wasn't sure if the slight changes they'd made would have been I would have been out of luck with plugging it in, but straight in works like a charm. But yeah, that was probably the most surprising thing about the machine. I wasn't expecting. I thought I'd probably use it for an hour and then just go back to my Elite because I prefer that over everything. But I haven't even touched my Elite all week while I've been using this one. Yeah, much better. And then obviously, as you said, somebody quick resume as well. I had a bit of an issue getting it to work with some games. I think someone said they put a list out of what does and doesn't work, but I haven't managed to find anything concrete. But so far, I've had Far Cry, GTA, Tetris, and Minecraft, I think, all ready to go on quick resume. Whereas another game which I'm playing for review at the minute doesn't, even though it's an Xbox Series X game, it doesn't support quick resume. Which
Yeah, I think they disabled it on Watch Dogs.
chagrin.
So I tried that as well with Watch Dogs, and I think Forza and Call of Duty, and I think Watch Dogs always restarted no matter what.
Yeah, I found some because I had a couple of other games on the go as well. Some of Xbox One games, and they they weren't having it either. Which again, considering how fast it loaded, I mean, I'll talk about
That's
it in
the
a little
thing.
bit.
You're
but-
not worried about it. Yeah. See what I mean?
But I was reviewing Handball 21, and on the Xbox One, it was a good minute or so. I was sitting on that loading screen. The Series X, it was. I pressed A. I turned to grab my phone. I was loaded up already. Okay, right, put that down. Let's just carry on. It's the immense, absolutely immense. So I can't get over the speed of it. Just how much it improves. Just sitting down for a quick game or something. Like I said, like Rocket League or something like that.
Well, Handball
there's
21.
no more. Or Handball 21, greatest game ever made. There's no sitting down. Right, I'll press A now. So I was going to do some bits while I wait for it to load up. It's just press A. Okay, all right, we're off. Again, not every game, like you said, Ian, like with Watch Dogs and that, not every game's instant.
Yeah.
But even like Far Cry 5 and that, again, get to later on, but so much faster. It's wonderful. You've done well. Well done, Microsoft. And I think it was just Phil Spencer, is that right? Who created it? I think it was just him on his own. No one else. I'm pretty sure it was just him. So well done, Phil. You're a clever man.
Go on, Phil.
I'm sure he would turn around and just say, "No, it wasn't me. It was this wonderful team. I was here just cultivating their creativity."
Maybe it was just Larry. Was it old Major Nelson?
Oh,
He sorted it out for us. Good old Major Nelson.
Yeah, I love his podcasts where he interviews people and then goes, "Oh yeah, I always send you feedback," and you can hear the guys like, "Yes, you do."
Yeah. There's that moment where there was one. He said that to him. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm always in the meetings giving ideas," and the guy was like, "And we really appreciate that." Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah. Scrap that. Start again, guys. They've said no.
Yeah. All right. So overall, I think we're all pretty happy with the machine, really.
Yep.
It's fast, it's powerful, it's got some decent games. Graham,
Beautiful.
enjoying some Tetris. And yeah, I think generally very, very solid buy. Obviously, if you didn't manage to grab hold of one yet, sorry, we're just kind of rubbing it in a little bit more here. But it's once you get your hands on it, it'll be well worth the wait. Oh, lovely. Okay, so let's move on to some tavern business. Obviously, as we say every week, we're still knocking out the reviews left, right, and centre. Obviously, we've all been chipping in here and there. So let's go to you, Graham. Have you got any recent review you'd like to point out to those listening and watching?
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to, as I said, I think I mentioned on the last podcast, I was playing Carter and I got hit on a game stalling bug. So I thought I'd wait until the Series X came out and re-downloaded it again for Series X. Same thing happened. It's definitely a game-breaking bug.
Oh, no.
So that's a shame because it was quite early on in that game. So I just had to review it as far as I could get because I couldn't get any further.
I can't remember if I asked you this, but is there like multiple save states you can go back to, or is it just one save?
Yeah, it gives you load last checkpoint. So
I mean, you can't sort of go back to the one before that checkpoint type thing.
Oh no!
You haven't got multiple save slots or anything.
No. It's too far in to restart back from scratch, but it's just unfortunate because it was quite a fun. It was quite a fun, chilled out puzzler. So that one was a shame. I did pick up a couple or more today, which I've had a go at out of space. That seems like a kind of in the same vein as sort of Overcooked.
Hang on, before you carry on, hang on.
What?
I can't remember if we're allowed to talk about that one or not. Talk about the other one. I know we can talk about the other one.
Oh, don't make a bargo. Oh.
Sorry. The other one was Beat Me, which is a sort of multiplayer sort of Smash Brothers. I would say clone, but it's nowhere near to that level. It's like a knockoff version of Smash Brothers with puppets. And it's, a bit random hit detection, a bit basic. Could be fun, played locally. It's got online play, which is a surprise. But
yeah, I was going to say we should have a go at that, I think, so it might be a laugh.
It could be. But yeah, once you have a taste of it, you'll realize how kind of basic it is and a bit clunky it is. Because you can't even do like a local deathmatch by yourself with like AI computer players. You have to play the wave mode, which is a bit okay-ish.
Okay. It's kind of like a side-on fighter, isn't it? So there's no like like a campaign? It's just fighting.
No,
waves,
there is no
waves and-
story mode or campaign mode. You either do wave mode or deathmatch.
I take it you don't unlock any characters or anything. It's
No, there's about 6 to 8 puppets that you can choose from, but I've only played as the knight so far, and yeah, there's only like one attack button, one special button, a block, and yeah, that's kind of it.
wow.
But it's like physics-based combat, isn't it? So you have to try and knock elements of the scenery around. Is that? I didn't actually look at the game properly. I just saw a very brief trailer. I haven't even had a chance to try it yet.
If it does, then they completely buried that.
Fair enough.
It's a bit Mars gravity-ish, jumping all over the place, and a hit detection, which you hope it works. You sort of swing in that direction and hope it's making contact.
Fair enough. All right. Well, how about you, Ian? What have you got? Anything you'd like to point out?
I haven't got reviews at the moment to talk about.
Right, that's it. Get out. Go home.
One I'm going to pick up is Embargo to the 1st December, so I had to be quiet about it. So
Well, we best be quiet about that. Is that? Oh, you're going to take that one, aren't you?
I was going to take that one.
Okay. Well, how about what was the last we did? Watch Dogs, wasn't it?
The last video was Watch Dogs, and yeah, that was, like I say, it was really good. Enjoyed it. But the voice is just the voice acting. More and more you get deep into it, the more and more you're like, that voice doesn't match your face. So
Have you had any? I know you were saying about you had the was it the Irish man or the African man's body or something? But have you had any like? I'm trying to think of. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Things that were completely like opposite, like
Chalk and cheese
yeah,
is the word you're
like,
looking for.
yeah.
yeah. If you catch
I had one like
know
a
what I mean.
nice white businessman in a suit, really nice, kind of looked really quite cool. And he started talking. He started all talk about gangster rude boy. I'm like, this doesn't work for you. So I was like, yeah, okay, that's a bit weird. Like, I know it's all meant to be random and it's all meant to be good fun, but sometimes you come across people like, yeah, you shouldn't be talking.
I suppose they've all got, as it's an English, an American.
Oh yeah, it's proper. It's proper.
Making the English game.
London.
All right, Gav.
How's it going?
What you?
Need your chimney swept up, Gov?
What are you up to, mate? You want to talk to me? Yeah, come on then.
They I heard that they randomize obviously the character model and the voice, whatever they call it, so you can literally get any spectrum of the body to any spectrum of the voice, and that's where I suppose the voices have been a bit bizarre.
Yeah.
But then I suppose everyone is also setting it in their mind, going, okay, well, in London now, let's put character A up against real person A, and it doesn't kind of match, but the story actually branches off and says it's an air quote, an alternate universe, don't they? So potentially these things could have happened.
Who knows? Well, I kind of like it because it's good in a way, because every person is different. So I imagine no one will play the same game.
Characters, right? Yeah.
So imagine like if you had to play through it would be completely different to how I play. Like I'm using a guy who's like a spy and he's like a bit of a Rastafarian, but again in a suit. But yeah, it seems random.
That's funny enough because I heard Major Nelson's podcast and they were talking about a spy. And I think it was Jeff Rubenstein was saying that he got clean cut, literal James Bond model. And I think Larry Herb got the female version of James Bond. And you've got now
I've got two
third
Rastafarian
incarnation.
and one who's like a this stuff looks like East European guy. And I was like, okay, so that's all right.
Nice.
But so far I'm enjoying it, again, each mission can be tackled differently. So it's a bit too much Spider-Bot heavy, but
I was about to say you can tackle it anyway as long as you use the Spider-Bot.
as long as you use a Spider-Bot, yeah, pretty much. If you want the easy mode, just use Spider-Bot.
Yeah.
Basically,
yeah, we don't do easy mode around these parts.
I go in actually go in guns blazing sometimes, just go stealth and like camouflage and beat people up and run around. Channel my inner Ezio Auditore.
We bringing it full circle back to the Assassin's Creed. So Dan, obviously you've been busy. You just started a new job, and that. Have you got anything else you want to talk about that you've been playing?
So touch wood, I'm changing my room around, so I will be finally able to get my teeth into Warhammer. It's Cross Slayer, I want to say.
Yeah, something like that.
So looking at the trailers, when I looked at it, it seems like a very much Diablo-esque kind of viewpoint with
Chaos
obviously,
Bane is.
yeah, a Chaos
Yeah.
Bane, that's the one,
That's it.
and Warhammer. So yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of seeing how that works. So yeah, hopefully I'll get a video out in the next 10 days, but I'll be definitely sinking my teeth into it at some point.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to
Sweet.
see because I think this is the Xbox Series X enhanced version you've got, haven't you?
Yeah,
You
so
should,
I couldn't play it
nice.
last week because I was waiting for the console, which
Yeah.
was an absolute nightmare. I downloaded it and I went, let's try this. And I was like, it's not working. I had to check back on the email. I was like, oh my God. Series X. Okay, that's fine.
That was a funny little transition period because I've got a couple of them as well. Where it's like I've got the code, great, and I think Graham said it. Did you try and install that bright memory on the Xbox?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to work. We have to wait till the 10th.
Yeah.
But
you just think it's going to work, don't you? You have the code and you're like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
work. And then you're like,
Didn't
oh,
think
no,
about it.
literally doesn't.
No.
literally says an email as well, Xbox Series X/S.
Yeah.
Maybe if I just draw an X on my Xbox One, it might work.
But no worries anymore because we all got brand new.
Indeed,
shiny
no worries anymore. We got the nice
Yeah.
big.
It needs a punchier short name though.
XXX XSX.
Yeah.
Series X.
SX tricky.
Yeah.
SX. Oh, bullshit.
This went down a rat. This took a dark turn. But yeah, so speaking of bright memory, that was one of my reviews. And it straight out of the gate, it's not bright memory infinite, which I must admit when I asked for it, I thought it was, but it's not. It's apparently it's been out on PC for a little while. This the day one launch title for Xbox Series X, and it acts as kind of a not a prequel as such, but a kind of taster of what Infinite will be. So it's only it took me half an hour to finish it the first time, and then 20 minutes to finish the second time. And excuse me, it's a good shooter. It's really good. It's really good fun. In terms of the combat and the sort of flow of it, it's just over in the blink of an eye. I forget the name of the character you play as, but she basically has 3 guns: a pistol, a shotgun, and an assault rifle, as well as access to a sword and various different powers as well. And you sort of use them. It's kind of similar to something like Doom, where it's just relentless, fast-paced shooting and sort of back strafing and jumping and dodging and stuff. But yes, it's just really good fun. It's really good fun. I wish it again lasted a bit longer, but
So there's another one coming out. You said then.
Yeah, Bright Memory Infinite. I think it's next slated for next year, which will be the full. That was the one that got showed off at the first game showcase for the Series X, which sort of blew everyone away with its flashy visuals and fancy effects, and you see sort of like wall running and jumping off and slashing someone up and then shooting the guy behind him and then sliding underneath another one and blasting it. Yeah. Which again is all pretty much present and correct in there. It's just not very long.
Yeah, you can never get that kind of flow.
Yeah.
It's trying to do a time stop on a boss, realizing it doesn't work, and quickly running and getting out of dodge.
Yeah, I don't think you're quite as high as I was, but there's different powers to unlock, like Graham said, like time stop, or there's like a big force field you can get, which any enemies inside take damage, and combine that with your sword, which once you start attacking, you have a certain window to unleash. I forget the exact names of it, but it's 2 different attacks. One sends out a massive wave of attack, and one does like an area of effect damage attack.
Okay.
And then there's other powers and stuff to unlock and upgrades and stuff. And it encourages repeat runs. So when you finish it, you get a grade and a score and a sort of word associated like awesome or wonderful. Or in my case, you tried. But then when you play it again, it will say second run and it'll give you a score again and sort of compare it, and then you can play again and again and again. And that's kind of what it's set up for. But it's good fun. There's 2 bosses in it. The first of which is vastly harder than the second one, I think. I don't know how you got on with the first one, Gray, but I found him rock hard.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was the first one that I struggled with, but there was definitely one a bit further on that I struggled with. But the end boss, yeah, I did not struggle at all. It's just long-winded.
Yeah,
Okay.
the final boss has got 2 stages. You sort of kill him and he falls over and then just gets back up with full
Spoilers.
health again. It's
Spoilers.
if you think it's a spoiler for a 20-minute long game, you got a problem.
Yeah. We've-
But aside from the final boss being just a slugfest, it's good fun. It's a good fun game.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's only
enjoyed it as well.
£8 as well, so it's well worth a go. Especially it looks great as well. It loads fast. It makes good use of like 4K 60, and I didn't see any sort of issues. I had a couple of crashes early on. I think that's probably just launch day woes getting in the way. But well worth checking out for less than a tenner, especially if you like something like Doom, or it reminded me of Serious Sam and Quake and stuff like that, which just non-stop shooting and slashing and lots of blood and guts everywhere.
Is it first person or third person?
And first person.
First.
First person. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
very good. Well worth a play. Yeah, happy days. All right. Has anybody else got anything else that they got planned they're going to play this weekend then? How about you? We'll go with you, Daniel, first.
No, well, possibly after this podcast, I might be jumping on Apex with 2 fellow friends.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Thank you. Every week, I think we should plan that.
It sounds like a trollful idea.
Yeah, and I'm really Watch Dogs, I really want to buy at the moment, and I'm trying to resist because I want a really big, deep, discounted sale. And stop it. And because I've seen that COD's out, I'm trying to resist, but I may pay the whatever it is just for a campaign that I'll probably enjoy. But we'll see.
Is that for COD or for Watch Dogs?
Well, both. I want a deep sale on Watch Dogs because I know I can wait. But playing COD last year, that campaign blew me away.
Yeah.
And this one looks really good. So yeah, I'm a bit reluctant to fork out whatever it is, £60 or £70 for the game. But I don't know.
Did you see the install size of it?
No,
I didn't see. How big is it?
I saw it at the spot this afternoon. I went to install it earlier on, and at a default, when you first click on install, it comes up at 224 gig.
What? Hang on, is that added on? Have they added Warzone onto that though?
No, that's what I thought. Because when you load it out, I don't know if it might show up on here. When you sort of purchase it and set to install it, tries to install the Series X one and the Xbox One version at the same time,
Okay.
as well as any other add-on packs. So the Xbox Series X one, I don't know if you can. I might show up on here.
Have you got any embargo copies on there before you?
No, not on this one. I don't know if you can see that. Might show up, but it just says Warzone there. So I thought it was trying to install the Warzone aspect.
Yeah.
So I cancelled it, started installing the other one, which also says Warzone. So I cancelled that, and then did a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
This one here is 131 gig.
What?
So then obviously the Xbox One is wherever that is 100 gig.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple of little add-on packs which are nothing. But yeah, just make sure if you buy it, make sure you only install the Series X version and not the.
Funny enough, you say that. FIFA did the same. So I downloaded I did it through the app, did the Series X version, and the Series X version will not load on my Series X. However, the basic one does load up.
Yeah.
So I've got both copies of FIFA on my console for
See,
I've
that's
got no
confusing me.
reason.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I
Graham,
don't
when
get
you're having
that.
struggles with that.
No, I'm not having struggles. I don't get a Series X version, and whenever I look online, it said it doesn't come out until December.
That might be
So-
why then. Yeah, maybe the upgrade doesn't get upgraded till
But
then.
I don't even see the upgrade. I've got the game, but I don't even see the upgraded version.
Go on your try your app. See if it comes up on your app when you search it. I'm sure it came up on mine, and that's how I installed that version.
Oh, okay. Have a look.
I'll give it a shot.
Have a look when we're done. And speaking of the app quickly, has anybody else had issues other than setting up the console? Has anyone had issues getting the app to recognise the Series X? Because for the life of me, when I go on there to try and manage the install games or install something from it, I can only ever show up my old console, and I cannot for the life of me figure out why it won't show up the Series X.
So my consoles show up, both of them do, but
Yeah,
I
you
just
have
can't
to
get
switch them.
Yeah,
You have to
Yeah,
click the
I've
little
tried-
the library book icon, and then
Yeah.
you switch between you select the other
Yeah.
one, because I had that issue when I first tried to stream it.
Maybe I'm
Because
missing something then. But...
Right. Let's
The only
have a
thing I
look,
don't get is
because I haven't
cleaner
done that.
notifications.
Oh, that's a
Yes.
shame. Isn't it?
Yeah,
It annoys
that's
me
just-
because I want to get rid of. So I've got my old. So I had 2 consoles. I want to get rid of like the old Xbox. I want to get rid of both those consoles on my list, and I don't know how to do that.
You have to do it online on the website.
Oh, what is that?
You go to Microsoft account and go to your
Devices.
devices. Yep, and that's where you delete them there.
Maybe that's where I'm going wrong as well. Because, like I said, I was trying to get rid of the old one, put the new one on there, but I couldn't see the new one show up at all.
I had an issue like that. It wouldn't register it on the app, and then all of a sudden it registered it, and it is now on the app.
Yeah, mine seems to be fine. And so yeah, all my 3 Xboxes at home are all found.
All 3 of them. Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, the old one, the 1X and now the Series X. Yeah.
You might as well add the S to the family, didn't you?
Maybe. No, I think my missus would kill me if I did that.
Just sell the other 2. You'd be fine. You say, look, it was free.
It's a free Series X. Look, it's white.
Yeah, I needed it.
They're
It's
so
like-
small.
It's like a baby.
Okay, I completely forgotten where we were. We asked Daniel what you're playing. Graham,
Oh,
what
no.
about you? What are you going to be playing this weekend?
Probably still putting in a couple more hours into FIFA in between, trying to get a bit further along with Yakuza, and maybe even going to trying a few of the other ones out, seeing how they run, like Pathfinder and Avengers, see how they run on the new system as well.
Of course, Avengers. Yeah, I meant to ask it because you were playing it. I don't think you were playing it, Ian. Have you tried it yet, Daniel?
I haven't. No. I need to finish that game because I hear it could be dead in the water fairly
I
soon.
was going to say
I mean,
you're
it's-
probably not missing much.
It's like dead in the water after the beta.
Well, yeah, I enjoy the story's good. I enjoy the story. Forget about the loot aspect of it because that's, in the politest way, toilet. But the story's quite good. My personal
I'll
opinion.
take your word for that. So great.
In
You
my
haven't tried
opinion,
it yet.
it's always just
I haven't
great.
tried it yet, no, because I've been juggling around the games between the hard drives, etc. I've only just got to a point where they've got the ones I actually want on the internal bit ready to sort of launch and have a test.
And I forget if we asked last week. It's Yakuza Kiwami you're playing, isn't it?
Yes, the first one, the very first one. I wanted to sort of go through that kind of series because I've tested it out and I actually thought, oh, it's actually pretty good. So I thought I'll get on that one, get the second one while it's on Game Pass, and then see.
I think they're bringing them all. I think they're bringing them all to Game Pass eventually. They're just over time.
Well, the
that
brand
is
new
correct.
one's only just come out, so I don't know if that's going to come soon or
Yeah,
further down
yeah.
the line.
You obviously still got 3 to 6 to come yet as well. But yeah, I'm sure they're bringing them. But if I remember rightly, you said it wasn't as good as Shenmue, so we'll leave that discussion there. Ian, what's your plans for the weekend? What are you playing this weekend?
I'd probably go back to do a bit more Watch Dogs, try and finish up the storyline. I think I'm close to the end on that. Maybe a bit more Call of Duty because I'm kind of slowly getting into that again. The Warzone aspect, not Cold War.
Yeah. Did you have any luck last night? I know you played a bit of Warzone last night. Did you win anything?
I got a nice little sweet win, yeah, of course.
Did
Got
you?
a victory.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Was that after you abandoned me? Was it?
After I banned you on GTA, after getting angry at GTA. So yeah, we played GTA last night. Every Thursday I play GTA with loads of friends. And it's always a good laugh, but the last couple of races were just dreadful. So I think 4 of us were like, we're done, let's go Call of Duty. So we just quit and just left GTA. It's like, moved on to Call of Duty. It's like, done.
Meanwhile, I don't really know any of Ian's friends, so I'm just sitting there like, I think I'm going to go as well. Then.
Yeah,
just
I
going
just
to
left him.
quietly just
I
slid
left him
out
in
the
a party.
park.
It's like, I'm off bye, guys. I'm fine. I only realised this morning, like, I left Jay. Oh my God.
I know.
Message you.
I cried all night. I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
we get over it. We'll play some Apex. We'll be fine.
Apex, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure Dan can't wait for me to play Apex. It's been
Oh,
hot.
mate, listen. I got a win the other night. I took my brother-in-law first game. Well, not first game, but first time we played Apex, and I literally carried him to victory. Back on
Nice.
it, back on the grind, guys.
You can carry.
Yes.
We can
Was
carry
that on the
Jay
new
now.
map as well?
On the new map, yeah.
Yeah.
It was 3v2, well 3v1. He just didn't move. I wanted him to kind of like flank left, so I went right. And to be honest, I've got no idea what he was doing, where he was. I got the kill, and I was like, "Did you die?" And he was like, "No." And then I blurted out like, "What the f were you doing?" But yeah, got the win. For
Just
him.
admiring your
My talents.
your skill. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was great. But yeah, loved it. Loved it.
Yeah. Happy
Caustic
days,
versus
happy days.
Caustic, 1v1.
Nice. Yeah,
Double
so it
nice.
sounds like we're all double nice indeed. Sounds like we're all got something. I'm going to be go back to Far Cry 5 probably this weekend because
Has that
oh
been
my god,
announced?
oh my god, Ian, oh it looks so much better, so much better.
Is it enhanced or not?
I don't think it's got a Series X enhancement, but obviously it has a One X enhancement. And oh man, the difference. I played it on.
Oh, yeah, of
when
course
it's
you're
on
on that one still.
I played it on Monday night on the old machine. Played it on Tuesday night on the new machine, and it's like putting on a pair of glasses or something. It's just like I can see for the first time. It's amazing. So much nicer to look at, and it runs properly. It loads so fast. Like the little screen with the characters that come up normally lasts a minute and a half or something. It's like 2-3 seconds that I was in.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah,
I've
we
got it, I
definitely
need
need to
to
get back
start
to that,
that.
Gray. You need to start it. Me and you, Graham, need to get back to it at some point and play a bit
Yeah,
more co-op.
I got quite far on it. I might get back on that as well. I'll actually put that on the internal, ready to get back to as well. No,
Yeah,
with
I
quick
just
resume,
killed
does a
the.
good juggle.
That is one of the titles I've been quick resumed since I've had it on Tuesday. It's just been sitting there ready to go, waiting.
Let's have a look, see if it is.
And let's have a little
Let's
test.
test it. Live
Put my
test,
foot-
everyone.
Put my foot in my mouth now, won't I?
Yeah.
Right, let's see what happens. It should pop up. Yeah, little quick resume logo up there. That doesn't always show up, but sometimes the quick resume
Okay.
comes up without that little notification.
I need to make this
Yeah,
box
and we're
bigger
back.
so I can see.
Oh, yeah, so we
Back.
are.
Straight back in,
Nice.
There we go. Happy days.
and then back to Tetris again because it's prettier than that. And then again, quick resume. Yeah, wonderful feature. What an idea, eh? Being able to switch between a couple of games that quickly.
Yeah,
Much
I need
better.
to wonder about how that works with live games because with FIFA, if you quick resume from that, it disconnects you from the EA servers.
Yeah.
So
I had that last night with GTA when I died in the. Actually, when I joined them, they were in the middle of a race, so I went off and I started playing some Far Cry, and I come back, and because I'd been idle for 3
Idle, you
minutes, I think
kicked
it
off,
kicked
yeah.
me out. So I think it kept me in the game for those 3 minutes, but then I got
Booted you.
kicked out. Obviously, and I had
Yeah,
to
there's got
rejoin
to
that
be
one.
certain games have got a certain time limit. As you say,
Yeah,
FIFA,
I think, like,
if
say,
you're
if
playing
online,
online,
idle,
you've
yeah.
got to be booted straight away, haven't you?
Yeah, if in the middle of a match, I would have thought you'd be kicked
Yeah.
straight out. Yeah.
Makes sense.
But yeah, something like Rocket League doesn't work at the minute, but that would be ideal if it just sat on the menu and then I could just hop in and out. But we'll see how it works with Apex later on when I dive in 20 seconds after we start playing. See if I can go and play some Far Cry and then come back.
Oh,
Yeah, but yeah, Far Cry is the main thing this weekend, I think, and a few other review bits and pieces. But yeah, lovely.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
so obviously we'll just give a quick rundown of the games with gold again. Daniel, do you want to do the honors once again?
I can
See
do.
if you can get it right for a third week in a row.
Here he goes. Woo.
Origami Shadow Edition.
Sorted.
So that's available all month for the whole month of November. So grab that. Swim Sanity from the 16th of November until the 15th of December. Full Spectrum Warrior from the 1st of November until the 15th of November. And then you've got Lego Indiana Jones from the 16th of November until the 31st of November. I did see there was a tweet for new games to Game Pass, and I thought I would add those in as well because the
Please
list was
do.
only small.
Go for it.
So, Goner, that's available on Android, so xCloud. You've got Final Fantasy, let me just quickly check my Roman numerals, 8 remastered, and that is on the Xbox and the PC. And then you've also got Streets of Rogue, and that's available on the PC as well.
So yeah, Streets of Rogue is quite an interesting addition there. Apparently, it's quite a good little,
Yeah,
brawling
it is.
side-scrolling.
I thought it
beat 'em
was
up.
already on there.
It's
It might-
on Xbox. It's now on, according to them.
Oh, right. I see what you mean now.
on the PC.
Yeah, it's on the PC. And I think this is what we're going to see for the next possible 6 months of things either coming to console, going to Android or
And PC.
xCloud, and then switching between the lot because Gonna's been, I think, through the ringer a few times.
Ghana
Yeah,
2,
that one's
isn't
been
it?
around for a while.
Because Ghana 1 was out for ages. That's the second one,
I've
isn't it?
just closed the window.
I think it's Ghana 2.
Let's assume it's gone a 1/2,
Two.
whichever one is right. Yeah,
It's that
you'll
one.
find it.
And obviously,
Um,
Final Fantasy 8, the weakest one of the Final Fantasies.
Yeah,
That's the one I
Yeah.
reviewed before. It's got a lot of speeding up features, so it does make the game a bit more enjoyable rather than having to wait through everything. You can just like ×3 speed through the actual
No, that's right.
nonsense bits.
but does it make it actually fun to play though? Probably not.
Hi,
Well, certainly,
Pete.
if you enjoy Final Fantasy
Yeah.
games, it's not going to make non-RPG fans enjoy it better. No,
If
it's
I
going to
don't
make
like
players
Final
that go,
Fantasy,
"Oh, it was so slow back in the day." Go, "Oh, actually, if you
If
speed
you
it
don't
up,
like
then
Final
it's a bit better."
Fantasy, play Final Fantasy 8, and then you won't like him.
The thing that Final Fantasy VIII had over the others was it had comparative leveling up. So your enemies stayed the same level as what you are, regardless of how you played or if you grinded or not.
Okay,
So
so yeah.
you actually made the game harder for yourself if you grind your character up to a higher level, because then your enemies would be at a higher level.
Oh, so the scale with you. Nice.
Yeah.
Level
So
scale.
that's the only Final Fantasy that did it. So I don't know why that was the only one, because there should be an option for all of them. So you're not.
Yeah, that's
you
what I
get
really
the-
liked about Nexamon. Obviously, similar to Pokemon, but the level scaled with you. So everything was, you can never just power level your Nexamon and then breeze through.
Yeah. There should be like two different ways, because some people like playing that way. Some people just like to sort of enjoy the game through without having to grind.
Yeah.
And some people like good games. Okay, so there's obviously Full Spectrum Warrior is leaving in 2 days? Is it 15th?
Yeah.
I still haven't played it.
But have you
Still-
downloaded it?
I have downloaded it,
Oh,
so
you're
I've
alright
got
then.
plenty of time, all the time in the world. I will get to it at some point. I just want to have a go for an hour, just see what it's like. I'm not even bothered about playing the whole thing. But yeah, it's on the hard drive, I think, ready and raring to go. But yeah, one day. So yeah, so make sure you grab that before the 15th, and then obviously the other titles are still pretty much ready for the rest of the month, aren't they? So
Yeah.
happy days, and then
Sounds good.
Game Pass. Yeah, getting a few good additions. Obviously, if you're into Final Fantasy, then good for you. Happy days. Hi, Pete, again. Oh dear, bless him, eh? Right. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything for this week. Anything else you want to bring up, Ian? Go around, Ian. Anything else you want to mention this week?
No. Titanfall is
Cool.
the best game of Xbox generation. That's about
Of
it.
course, yes. We should talk about them very quickly. You lead us in, Ian. You
Guide us.
So yeah, we did obviously on Xbox Tavern top threes for Xbox One generation. So any games that came out on the Xbox One, what was your favorite? And I cheated and put 2 games because
I was going to say, wasn't it the top 3 and somehow someone squeezed in
I got 5
games.
into like 4.
5?
Well, technically 5.
5.
it
Four.
was 5, yeah, because you had two entries with 2 games in it.
But technically,
Anyway.
technically it's 6 because Hitman 2 came with Hitman 1. So
Yeah.
that was it. That was my third. And then I put all the Escapists because I love them all,
Oh, yeah. And yeah.
which is 3 of them. And then Titanfall 1 and 2. Because Titanfall 1 multiplayer was far superior to Titanfall 2. But Titanfall 2 storyline was amazing. So I had to put it in.
Yeah, the single player was good. But yeah, so the man whose idea it was to do a top 3 ended up doing a top 7 on his own.
6, 7,
You had
maths.
3 Escapist games, but anyway,
3,
yeah. So
2, 5. Yeah.
so Ian's one's up on the site. Obviously, Daniel did one as well. I forget the games you picked. You want to give us a quick rundown?
Titanfall 1, I had Apex and Call of Duty, I believe. I'm hoping. I think.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Just grabbing hold of the
I
list
love how
now.
you forgot what game.
Do you know what, I
I
looked at
really
it.
enjoyed
It was so good, I forgot what I
It was
put in.
so good. I forgot what I put.
Yeah. So Daniel, Titanfall, Modern Warfare,
Yeah.
Apex.
No, you did say you like Modern Warfare a lot. So.
Yeah, see,
That's
loved it.
That's some good choices.
We
there.
don't talk
I
about
think
Jamie's.
I
'cause
think we're
Jamie's
all
was terrible. Number one.
I think we're all sensing a theme here with Respawn pretty much taking over. Yeah, you got Call of Duty, which obviously was created by Respawn, Apex and Titanfall. I think they pretty much win this generation.
for you.
Yeah, we got a couple of other ones up on there. My one's obviously
Me,
the
I
best
would
one.
have gone for most of the BioWare ones. I forgot to submit mine in. But
There's still time, Graham.
There's still
still
time,
time.
but what would you put?
If you want to send it to Ian, he'll sort it out.
There's so many different RPGs that I enjoyed that went through. Like the Fallout series, there was some of the early ones were immense. The Mass Effect series,
This was
the
Xbox
Dragon
One.
Age.
Xbox One
Oh,
generation.
Dragon
there,
Age.
Just Xbox One, Jay.
So yeah, got Dragon Age Inquisition and
Yeah,
Mass
do you like
Effect.
Mass Effect Andromeda?
Andromeda.
I still enjoyed it. I played through it.
Which is fun enough on Game Pass.
Oh
True.
yeah, it is now with the play. Yes.
Yeah, it plays on there now, isn't it? Yeah.
But so is Titanfall too.
The Witcher. Yeah. Yeah, it was hard. There was a
Well,
lot.
I'll give you time. We can
I was gonna say,
grill you next podcast.
yeah, knock your list up when you're ready. There's no rush. It's not going anywhere, is it? So knock it up. I think someone else has sent you a list today, Ian. So for you to get ready. So cheers, thank you. Yeah, obviously, my list quickly. Titanfall was third, because that was what made me buy the machine in the first place. What a game! What a game! I prefer Titanfall 2 for its multiplayer, but Titanfall 1 I prefer just because of the memories really more than anything.
Headset's Titanfall
Rainbow
as
Six,
well.
indeed. Rainbow Six Siege because three of us and Pete and Jake. Hi Jake. I haven't spoken to Jake for ages.
that was good fun.
I don't know how long we spent playing Rainbow Six. That must have been a good 2 years. I think we played
2
it
years
once
solid,
or
yeah,
twice a week.
Twice a
I
week.
still never got good at it.
No, I don't think any of us, except for Jake, that ever got any good at it. But it was good fun, good laugh.
I was waiting. I'm just under Jake. Goodness.
On the scale, I was just behind competent.
Yeah, there's like Jake, and then there's like Ian, Pete, Jay, Graham, and then on the next night it'll be Jake, Graham, Pete, Jay, Ian. That's like we all just mix.
Lost, Jay, because of your.
No. I did some good team kills, thank you.
I got some kills.
Or the
They were on my
hostage.
own team.
Killed the hostage.
I think I killed Ian the most out of everyone,
You killed the hostage the most.
and the hostage. Yeah, I can't help it. Fuse is just awesome. Have you played Rainbow, Daniel?
I played a little bit. I got into it for about a month or two, and then realised how god awful I was at the game.
We don't let that simple fact stop us from playing Rainbow.
Yeah, it's when
Doesn't
you get the
stop Jay,
volley of
that's for sure.
abuse afterwards from your own teammates that they're just randoms
Yeah.
going, "How dog shoot?" Anyway, so
I got abuse from non-randoms. I got abuse from people I know.
The best thing was when you could like go, oh, you just start kicking people. Like, oh, the random's trying to kick Jay. Accept.
Yeah, it's always me. Well, I can't help it if they want to get in the way of my bullets and grenades. But, yeah, great game, though. Great fun. And then Rocket League, obviously, because it's the greatest game of all time. So yes, there's more lists up on the site. Feel free to pop along and let us know what your choices would be. I'm sure there's lots of variety, and everyone's going to have something different. But even if most of us have something from Respawn, I'm sure someone won't have something from Respawn, perhaps, if they don't like good games. Okay. All right, I think that's pretty much us done for the week then. So thank you very much, Ian.
Thank you.
Thank you, Graham.
Yes.
Thank you, Daniel. We have
Thank
been
you, Jamie.
the Xbox Tavern. Oh, thank you. We have been the Xbox Tavern podcast once more. Feel free to pop along to Twitter and Facebook and give us a like and a follow and all that wonderful stuff. The video of this, as well as plenty of video reviews from Daniel and Ross and Corey and stuff, will be up on the YouTube channel, Xbox Tavern. Most of our written content will be up on xboxtavern.com from the rest of us and most of the team. And yeah, you can follow me at Ian Axan, Ian at Nutty Ray, Graham at Graham Reaper, and Daniel at Chocolate Bear 80. Feel free to pop along and say hi and tell us how wonderful a job we're doing. All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure, and
Yeah.
catch you later.
See ya.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you. Bye bye.